Inside the Vatican Archives are millions of historical documents, many of which have a crucial role to play in understanding past events. 1. Letter from Mary, Queen of Scots. Included in the archives is a letter from Mary, the Queen of Scots, addressed to Pope Sixtus V. The letter was sent to the Pope months before her scheduled execution, where she requests him to save her life and free her from prison. Unfortunately, the Pope decided not to interpose and Mary was executed in 1587. 2. Catholic Church's excommunication of Martin Luther. Martin Luther was banned from the Catholic Church in the year 1521. The Vatican Archives contains a letter written by Pope Leo X on behalf of the papal bull, barring him from the Church. 3. Minutes of the trials against the Knights Templar. During the Crusades, the Knights Templar enjoyed a prestigious life of wealth and privilege, which eventually came to be seen as a liability. Following this, Philip IV of France ordered all the knights to be arrested on October 13, 1307. After being tortured for years, many declared themselves guilty of the crime and were burned at the stake. Minutes from the trial that lasted for several years were documented and kept in the archives. 4. Notes from the trial against Galileo. One of the world's most renowned scientists, Galileo was the first to question the Catholic Church's view about the movement of the Earth. His observations led him to state that the Earth revolves around the Sun, for which he was arrested and spent the rest of his life imprisoned. The archives contain notes from his trial. 5. Letters from Michelangelo. The Vatican Archives contains a letter written by the renowned artist Michelangelo to the Pope warning him that the Vatican guards had not received their payment for 3 months. He also mentioned that as a result of this, the guards were threatening to quit. What happened as a result of this warning by the artist remains unclear. 6. Henry VIII's request for annulment from wife Catherine of Aragon. One of the most treasured documents inside the archives is a letter from Henry VIII requesting the Pope for an annulment from his wife Catherine of Aragon. Henry was in love with Anne Boleyn and wished to marry her. His letter was also signed by 85 members of the clergy, including the Archbishop of Canterbury. Unfortunately, the Pope denied his request, after which he started his own church and gave himself a divorce.